brothers and sisters, take a nice deep breath in with us. Hold. Put the pressure on your lung. And release. What do we want to talk about today, babe?
I think we should talk about love.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Okay, let's talk about love.
What's love?
What is the most... What
got to do with it?
What do you think the most important... What do you think the most important thing... Do you think love... Let me rephrase that. Do you think love... Cheers to love. Do you think love is the most important thing in the world?
People go all around every day of their life looking for love. And the fact is, if you're looking for something, you can't find it, as I was told by my mother. So, it can be quite difficult for people. People spend their whole lives looking for love. They can't find it. They don't look. They find love. It's a trick.
It's a trick. Okay, so let me ask you this. For the audience, how, as a woman, what would you tell a man to do in order to fall in love? Not with you, but like give the men behind the screen a suggestion on where are you gonna find love?
Well, you can look on internet profiling. You can go from woman to woman, putting your phone number, every woman you see.
Oh yeah, speaking of which,
comes back.
Shout out to Brandon told me, Brandon told me that he's like, dude, if you give your number out to 10 girls, one of those 10 girls are gonna probably holler back. And I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good statistic, statistically speaking. Okay, what kind of guy would you say would be the most loyal type of guy besides me?
Besides James, yeah, I would say the most loyal type of guy is a guy who's just interested in his interests. Someone like who...
I'm saying, like, well, that type of guy...
I mean, maybe
what if that
it
type of guy
true
cheated? What if that type of guy was a cheater?
If you're looking...
Okay, so where would you find... I know where I'm going with this, and I'm curious to see if you'll figure it out. If you were to find a guy, okay, where would you find a guy that wouldn't cheat, that is smart? Because smart is in. Brothers and sisters, no fingers being pointed back at me. Not tomorrow. Smart is the new... In my opinion, I love her very much for several reasons, but you'll see me in your dreams. You'll see me in your dreams. But it's because she's kind of a nerd.
Well, me?
Yeah,
yes, kind of I am kind of a nerd. I like to read plenty of books as a kid. I got A's in school. I studied really hard. But I am a nerd. However, I just don't know. I will get back to your question, but is it the same for...
I think that, nerdistically speaking, I'm a nerd for sure.
I
like to learn. I really like to learn.
With the same interests, they are and you keep some, like my mom says, keep someone busy. Hate to like turn it back to our parents, but those are the people that raised us. So
yeah, they did.
My mom said keep them busy, they'll stay out of trouble.
I love my mom.
But I also heard if you're looking about not dating a cheater, I also heard that people who have time tend to cheat, so people who with no time may not cheat. Now all of these things could be false facts. I don't even really
I don't believe
them. I don't believe them. But
I don't believe it.
For James and I, we spend every moment together. So, it's kind of...
Okay, so let me talk about this.
It just doesn't make sense to even
us nerds get together and we link up. Speaking of which, it's called a twin flame reunion. That's what it is. But my dad calls it the harmonic convergence. And that's what Holly and I, if you don't know, we met on the beach. And oh yes, I remember. And and we met on the beach, and that's brothers and sisters, family first and foremost. If you want to know where you're gonna find your twin flame, it's gonna be doing something that you love, like water sports. You're gonna find something and by the way, I want to tell you that we're not telling you our age because we are not old, but we are your elder, probably. Or you're younger. It doesn't matter because age is really nothing but a number, because a wise man could be 23, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, what was I getting at? What was I saying again?
Like, you guys are listening to us for advice on what you want to get
where
you want to be in life.
So what you have to ask yourself, what is it?
It is important how you're treated as a female.
Yes. Oh yeah, chivalry
it's hard
is
to
coming
get out
back.
of a bad relationship.
That's what I want to talk about. Toxic relationships.
That's why it's good to know from the start.
For sure.
Where you're getting into.
What about toxic relationships? Have you been in a toxic relationship?
Yes, I've been in a toxic relationship.
And how did it make you feel?
It made me feel like in my heart that something would be better for me. Not that I would... Like I said, it's hard to get out of a bad relationship.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's not that I wasn't loved in the toxic relationship. But
rethink that.
Not in love, just being loved, you know? And it's hard to get out of. That's why it's good to be a good person, to be a person that is worth it to someone else that's good. So you really have to focus on yourself.
Yeah. Oh, before I see what you're saying. Yes, brothers and sisters, focus on yourself, because if you can't... Shout out to Napoleon Dynamite. And I want to give my thanks and praises to everybody right here, right now. I want to give my thanks and praises again. Say your thanks and praises, baby.
Thanks and praises. And no good guy is going to keep around a bad girl. So you really it comes from within. It comes from within yourself. And do good things. You still have growth. Even, you'll run into things where, I didn't bake my boyfriend muffins and now he's starving and he's angry. I didn't bake him a cake. I didn't make him feel special. Now he's angry. What are we to do? You have to work from within and find things that are loving, that are making someone not want to betray you.
Oh, I see. Oh,
and men love food, in my opinion, from what I've learned.
Oh yeah. How do you get to a man?
36 years old.
You are not.
You get to a man through his...
She's really not 36. So don't believe it. She just lied. It was a half lie. Do 36 minus 10, and you'll get to the bottom of the answer. Why do you like math? Because I can find a solution. But what were you saying about the toxic relationships? So I've been in toxic relationships, and I want to let you know, if you are in a toxic relationship, she is probably a narcissist. And what do you do if you're in a toxic relationship? What is your recommendation if you were to see somebody in a toxic relationship? Seriously.
My recommendation is through prayer and through journaling and
journaling.
I always believe that God reads what I have to write and tends to fix and sell things. But I wouldn't over pray as far as if you don't know what you're doing. I wouldn't pray in a manner where because then God is a funny person. You know,
God
you might
is
not
a warrior
always get what
too.
you ask for.
You
get something totally different.
So shout out to my mentor. Shout out to my mentor. Shout out to my mentor. So your mentor. We had a little chit chat, and my mentor's like, what is it that you want? He said, to tell you this. And what I did was I journaled what I wanted, and I put it in the back of my car, in the trunk of my car, right? So I wrote on there, I want a surprise, right? And I left it there and left it at that. And at the time, I wasn't even looking for a woman. And so, get this. All of the sudden, I got the biggest surprise of my life. And she's the surprise. She's the surprise, and there's fingers being pointed back at her. So, we met. I am going to tell you, we did meet on the day after her birthday. And we are both, let's get into the best. Raise your hand if you're an Aries. That's right. So if you go into, what's that thing called? When you go into, like, you know what I mean? Like, the horoscopes? Yeah. So she's my twin flame, right? Go figure. And we're both Aries. Fire symbol, hot, cold, yin, yang. Water and fire. So it's like, I don't know how it worked out, but it worked out really quite perfect. And so when we started our relationship, right, it was like this. So I'm going to tell you that, brothers and sisters, this is important for you to know. Progress is perfection. Okay, when I say progress you say progress, probably I say progress. Progress is perfection. Fun fact, I bet you don't know where wild horses run in America. Do you know, Holly?
I see where wild horses, horses are
no,
so
real
beautiful
wild horses. They are beautiful.
I'm
saying
tend to get caught up.
Real wild horses. Where do you think they roam in America? By the way, shout out to America. No, I'm just kidding. Do you seen The Dictator? That shit's so funny. Shout out to America. We have a lot of beautiful women.
By the way, this is for the good mamas that we see, the little mamas. I see you guys.
Explain, but when you say little mama, ethics, people don't.
You're beautiful.
Yes, and don't. Okay, your privates are your privates.
Surprised at seeing how mature you all are.
Obviously, you haven't been looking at
but Holly, you haven't
been looking at TikTok. You haven't been looking at TikTok.
You know, it's not just for the beautiful woman that I come across. It's also for struggling women too as well. Listen, pay attention, because you want to grow.
It's not on.
It's not on.
No.
You want to